Well, you heard of a taco bar and a Sunday bar.
Oh,
but
delicious.
How about a burger bar? Cooking for Dad's host Rob Barrett created one for a large party that he was having and wanted to feed the crowd without being at the grill the whole time.
You know what? He is here now for day 2 of our 12 days of grilling, brought to you by the Minnesota Beef Council, and he is going to show us how it's done. Rob Barrett, I already approve of your pretzel bun, buddy.
You approve of my bun?
I do, yes. I've often said that to you.
We're done here. That's good. That's a good start.
All right.
All right, so we have, if you guys don't know yet, but at some point along the way, your kid will graduate from high school, and then you must invite 300 people over to your house for a fancy party and dinner.
Feed them, and then they bring checks for your kid's college,
yeah,
right?
it's kind of the deal. So we did a burger bar this year, which worked out really well, and I'll show you, but I will tell you this. #1 meal for a graduation open house, walking tacos. Super easy. See, I would love to do that, but my daughter said, Dad, when kids come over here, they expect a little something more. So
you're cooking for Dad's house.
Right, exactly. Couldn't do that.
Well,
but the burger thing is tricky because you're going to be at the grill the entire time. You're not going to get to say hi to any of your friends if you're making hundreds of burgers.
Right. We made 300 burgers for our graduation open house back in June, but then you got to get a friend to do the grill.
Okay.
And so, but it's like you grill for my party, I'll grill for your party.
Oh, good idea.
There's a lot of sharing co-op of work going on.
All right, well, whenever you're in charge of making burgers, you need to make sure that you make all burgers and not a bunch of like, there's a burger, there's a baguette, there's a burger. They need to be the same size. You got a cool trick for that?
Well, first of all, what kind of meat should you use? To review? Did we talk about this?
No, you tell me.
85-15. There's different levels of fat.
Okay.
Well, 80-20 will flare up too much. 90-10 won't be enough. So 85-15 is a perfect burger meat.
Okay.
Great.
Now at Costco, they only make one kind, 88-12. But it works fine.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to start making burgers like mad. So you're going to get 1/2 cup of meat. Want me to do it? Since I'm all signed up?
Since you're already meaty hands.
Meat paws.
Yeah.
All right, so we get a 1/2 cup of ground beef. That's about a ¼ pound.
Okay.
Now we're going to make it on a spatula. I'll show you why.
What's up with that? Why would you do that?
Because we're going to smash it down.
Nice.
And then salt, one side. Of course, most important thing in the kitchen.
Pepper grinder. I know.
Okay.
I contemplated putting one in my purse.
This is the only way to go.
Yeah.
And then I like to do like a spice blend, like a Chicago spice blend. This is from the Wyzetta. This is new. It's Wyzetta Bay Spice Coat.
That smells good.
It's the Fargo shake, kind of like the Harlem shake, but not nearly as cool.
Sure,
right?
Yes.
sure.
All right, we spread that out. We pat that down. We're going to come over here, and then we can get it off of there easily.
Good idea.
Otherwise, you try to scoop it off the plate.
Yeah, right.
So you get a whole bunch of spatulas, and you go boom, 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 and you make a whole bunch of burgers really fast.
Parchment paper on the jelly roll is going to keep it from sticking, so that's nice.
So you can make them on a baking sheet like this, lay another layer down. You know, we did 300, or you can make big, literally tall stacks. Put them in plastic bags. It works great.
Now, you like the idea of having some interesting toppings. I mean, everyone's used to, you've got cheese, that's great, lettuce, tomato, but you have some that are a little bit different.
Right, well, put the cheese on. You got to have melted cheese, right?
Of course.
So put the cheese on. Excuse me, it's like, listen.
You are.
Yeah, look at you. This
dewy.
is really rustic of you, Rob.
I'm very passionate about the burger bar. So put the cheese on. We did like 99% cheeseburgers. We made a couple of hamburgers. No one wants the hamburgers when they see the Colby Jack melted like this. The cheeseburgers. And then, of course, your lettuce and tomato and onion. No-brainer, right? We did some sprouts.
Good idea.
Avocado. No-brainer.
I love avocado on burgers.
And then, this is really kind of fun. You're going to do some radishes. And if you're going to do any kind of burger bar, take a little second, get yourself a mandolin.
Yep.
So you can just do your slicing really fast.
Just watch your fingers.
Like this.
Yeah,
right,
watch your fingers.
That's to the end. You can even do a horseradish sauce. So we have a sauce over there that comes built, all ready to go, which is probably the way to go. If you want to make your own, this is horseradish.
Yeah, that's the root. Yeah.
This is the root.
I've never seen that. No, I've only seen it whenever it's prepared.
Sometimes they're giant.
Right, slice a bunch of this. Okay, and we're going to put in a splash of this.
Okay.
Worcestershire?
Squeeze the lemon.
Got it, I'm on it.
And a little bit
I took that off. Shouldn't have done that.
of mayo.
Okay. Oh, and you're making your own horseradish sauce.
Yeah, we'll stir this together. Stir that together.
Yeah.
And it is so good.
Delicious.
Because you got the fresh lemon, right?
Yeah.
You got to get a good chunk of that. There we go.
Okay.
I didn't squeeze the lemon enough.
Well, that's
Rob had
nice.
to do it.
So you're creating your own toppings, which is nice.
Right. And then if you do that, hand me one of the little squirt bottles. Put them in these little squirt bottles like this.
Yep.
You can get clear ones so that people can see, and you write horseradish sauce or a chipotle mayo, same kind of thing. You do this. And not Chipotle, sriracha.
Yeah.
Very,
very popular.
So just put this in a bowl, squeeze in a little bit of that, stir that around, put it in here. Keep all your sauces on ice.
Why?
I
What's
love this
happening there?
idea.
Just so you don't get that nasty, it's 85 degrees outside, this is a rather warm ketchup.
Well, that, and also just because of the mayo with
Food
the
safety
egg
with
and
mayo.
that kind of stuff. And then you want to replace, not add to. So if this gets, if that gets empty of your sriracha mayo, come back. Don't just put more in, rinse it out, start a whole new batch. 'Cause
Okay.
otherwise, you're going to have a little bit at the bottom that's been there
For a long time.
all
Hey,
day.
I want to ask you if you have a grilling tip for burgers, because we know during the 12 days of grilling, and we're only talking about burgers, we're hearing from all these different and excellent cooks and chefs. Everybody's got their own technique. Your technique for the burger on the grill is what?
3 minutes aside.
Oh, simple. Like,
There you
how
go.
dare you ask that question?
Yeah, hello, come on.
Cook them until they're done. I like a little bit of pink, but
Me
when
too.
you're making it for a big group like this, you should probably cook them all the way through.
Okay, all
Let's
right.
go back to some more toppings.
Yeah.
And so we did some jalapenos. Hot is in, of
I like
course.
that.
These, you should try one of these. You guys know what these are?
No.
Now, I do not like beets. I really don't like beets.
Oh, I love beets.
But these are golden beets, and they come from our CSA that we have. It's very fun. If you want to do bacons for bacon burgers,
Oh,
just
yeah.
get the Costco bacon bits, lay that out. You don't need to cut up bacon or cook
Yeah.
and everything. Just put that,
Yeah,
it's
don't
fine.
waste your time
Just
doing
sprinkle
that.
it, right. Salsa, of course, also very good for on top of a burger or for the chips.
Let me say something here. Jack's Special Salsa, this stuff, as far as like pre-made salsa,
Yeah.
this is about as good as it gets.
Really?
Right.
No
Oh, it's
kidding.
so good.
I get it at Target, and it is killer. It's
You do-
really good.
Put it in a bowl, squeeze just a little fresh lime on it, and
Yeah.
then it's just over the top. It's
Yeah.
just even so much more better.
Rob, this
so
is
much
great.
more better.
So much more better.
All right, so we have French fried onions. You can put those out. So these are things that you can make one or two things and yet have things that are pre-made and ready to go, like the other sauces. Salad dressings are your friend. So blue cheese dressing, ranch dressing. Put that out.
Make your burger bar fun, Rob. Thank you so much.
You bet.
This is great
This is
advice.
nothing for you.
Oh, he brought some too.
Oh, that's
Wonderful.
so nice.
For these burger bar ideas, you can head to TwinCitiesLive.com, or
gonna
you
eat
can download our free recipe app right there on your smartphone.
You can also find more recipe ideas for ground meat, along with information on the beef backers on the Minnesota Beef Council website. We want to thank the Minnesota Beef Council for sponsoring Twin Cities Live. 12 days of grilling is just getting started, though.
On Monday, we're letting you in on some restaurant secrets for how to create burgers like the pros, because when you go to a restaurant, they always taste better.
Oh, they really do. Next up, how to revive